here with women's tennis head coach Bob Dallas. We are talking about the sudden end of the season due to COVID-19. Thanks for joining us today, Bob. What was your message to the team when you had to tell them that the 2020 season was being cut short?
We wanted to make sure we were staying together, that this was something that was, outside of everyone's control, but it was also something that was for the greater good of our Upper Valley community and society as a whole.
Are you continuing training and meeting with the team from afar?
Training is a little more difficult. They do have running and lifting programs. Most tennis facilities are closed. And again, really the message that we're putting out is the greater good of their community, the health of themselves and their families is the number one thing. Do what's best for them in terms of playing and in continuing to train.
What were the team's goals before the season was ended early?
Number one was to see if we could win another Ivy League title. Second thing was to see if we could then make the NCAA tournament if we somehow didn't win the Ivy League title. The third goal that we always set is make each team that we've played or will play feel like Dartmouth competed the hardest against any team they played, and then also did that with a sense of fairness and a sense of sportsmanship. So both created this environment of a very difficult but very enjoyable match.
With a 6-5 record, there were many high points this year. If you had to pick one, what do you think was the highlight?
From a performance standpoint, was the match that we played against Boston University, playing in a difficult, loud environment down in the Mount Auburn Club in their bubble, playing on four courts where people had to wait to then go on, and just the way we, sort of competed as a group and the overall environment would definitely be a big highlight.
How have you been filling your days at home?
Sort of doing a lot of statistical comparisons of our players versus maybe some of the pros on the WTA tour. And then, your days get filled up pretty quickly with communicating with your players in a different way. You're usually used to talking to them on a daily basis, whether they're coming in for individual work, whether they're coming in to practice. And now all of a sudden, again, whether it's texting or Zoom videos or traditional phone calls, you're all of a sudden sitting there going, well, that's a lot of time. So you've transitioned to a different way of thinking. We're looking forward to, getting back to representing Dartmouth as soon as we can.